Coming up, what I call the heavy rail. I know it's the light rail, but I'm calling it the heavy rail because that's the opposite of what it normally is. But this is actually at the light rail, so that's what you're seeing. So coming up the light rail stop up the, getting on the escalator. So coming up the escalator, and that is Seattle out there, downtown. So coming up the light rail and trying to give you a play-by-play actually happens. I may hesitate here because I have to focus on my feet where I'm stepping, but coming through into downtown. This is downtown Seattle. Welcome to downtown Seattle. And I kind of have to look around for a second and kind of remember which way. Oh, that way. That's the way I'm going. Not that way. That's the way I'm going. And you can see McDonald's over there. Ugh, McDonald's. That comes from a long time ago. I got food poisoning from McDonald's way back, clear across the country, in my hometown of upstate New York. I got food poisoning from a McDonald's. So that's why I say, ugh, McDonald's. Every time I pass a McDonald's, I say, ugh, McDonald's. And I don't mean that against any of their food or people who like them or nothing against them. It's just I have a personal misconnection to them. Give me a look around the Seattle. Can you imagine how much these towers, these apartments? I know that's a parking garage, and that's a bus. Those red buses over there, that's the E line. But still, those rapid ride buses shake so badly, an earthquake would be less. So you get to see what it's like downtown as I'm crossing. It's unfortunately very sunny. I say unfortunately because you heard me say yesterday how much I don't like heat. I mean I do like the temperate climate. I do like that. So try not to get run over by people who are not paying attention. People walking don't pay attention as much as people driving don't. Hey, there's a purple bus. Hey, I didn't know there was a purple bus. So, crossing the street. I'm tipping the phone up so I can hold it in my left hand and not look at it, because I have to look down at my feet and see where I'm walking. This is... I was thinking about shooting this way, because I wanted you to see how the way you walk towards the market. And I wanted to show you what it's like, what the view that you'll get as you approach the market when you're walking down the street here. I think this is Pine. I think that's Pine. I want to say it's Pine. And the view you get as you're walking down the street here. And shout out to everyone whose face I'm getting in the frame. And yeah, Pike. There's a sign on the side of that tree that says Pike Place Market. Sorry for the image shaking. I don't have a stabilizer, just my hand. So if you want to consider that a stabilizer, consider it a stabilizer. I was right. It's Pine. So that's from coming towards the market from Pine. From the monorail down Pine. So crossing the street again. Crossing the street. This city, this is what it's like. I'm going to try to talk over some of the people who are around me so you don't hear their discussions as much as you hear mine. So this, you can see, I can kind of not really see it because the sun is in my eyes. But right over, where's my finger? Right over here is the Pike Place Market sign. You don't get a great view from here, but you will as I approach Pike. And you'll get to see what it's like, what it looks like, and you get smells, not the smells that you'd expect you'd get from a city. See trash along the curb there. You don't get all the smells that you think you'd smell. The smells that you think you'd smell from a city. It doesn't smell bad. Seattle doesn't smell bad. It's not. I'm not going to say it smells 100% good. I don't know if 100% good is a term, but bad is definitely not. It does not smell bad here. So, getting closer, and you can probably see the sign better. You can see the sign. See if I can use my fingers to make it zoom. There. Zoom a little better. Zoom back out. I'm saying zoom back out. I don't know why I'm saying zoom back out, like as if some random thing would listen to me. But that is a sign that you see when you're coming down Pine towards the market. And that market down there. And this is whenever I've looked it up online, this hill that we're going to go down says is a very, you'll see it in a second here, is a very gradual gradient. Gradual. I've heard it say like it's 1 to 4 degrees. Yeah, you'll see in a second. 1 to 4 degrees. In what dimension is that? In what dimension is that 1 to 4 degrees? That is definitely not 1 to 4 degrees. Probably closer to 80. It's very, very steep. And put my thumb in the middle of the frame so I can hold it. And I'm going to try to walk down. So I'm going to have to hold the phone with my left hand. And watch my feet as I'm going down the hill into the market. The market is over 118 years old. So that market, the market is 118. And here's some of the signs of the shops around the market, things that you see. The market is 118 years old. 118. And I don't know if I'll walk. Well, maybe I will. And that way is the first Starbucks. Yay. This is me. Yay, Starbucks. Like, I don't do coffee. I don't do coffee, and I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee. So, yay, coffee. Woo, Starbucks. Like, yay. I'm so unhappy that Starbucks is headquartered out here. Yay. They always, and they probably have it now, they always have lines. Starbucks always has a line. This, we're getting close to it right here on the right. That is Beecher's, where on the weekends they have Beecher's mac and cheese. And apparently that's not something I would know. And apparently that's a big thing. And there's a line. You guys shot inside. If you can see my reflection in the window, that may be where you see me. See my reflection in the window holding the microphone to my mouth. Yay, that's inside Beecher's. There is a line on the weekends that goes from its entrance there down the street here and up that curb. Now I'll give you a shot from the other side. This is what every research you've ever done. That is what they call a 1 to 4 degree gradient. Are you kidding me? 1 to 4 degrees. That is not 1 to 4 degrees. 80, maybe. Probably 80. I would doubt. Okay, maybe 78, 79. But that is probably closer to 78, 79, 80 degree incline. That is not a 1 to 2 degree incline. Not. And those flags over there you see flying above the market there, that is for the World Cup will be here. And this place will be a frickin' mob scene. It was a mob scene when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. But it's going to be a frackin' mob scene when the World Cup comes here. Give me a shot because I'm a little closer to the sign here. This place is incredible. And down there. I think they're called the Seattle Fish Company. And that's where you see the flying fish, where they throw the fish. And I'll keep this going as long as I can. I'm going to try to get through the market here. So you can give you a shot of what it's like inside the market. And maybe we'll go up to the flying fish stand so you can see them throwing fish. And hopefully we can catch that on the video. But this is, we're going inside the market here. Yes, the cameras may be fuzzy because I'm watching my feet. Why did the image just go dark there? I apologize. I didn't see the image go dark, and it went dark, and I'm sorry for that. This is inside Pike Place Market. This is different stands inside the market that goes down there with the lower floor. It goes back that way quite a bit. And this is a much less of a mob scene than it was on Saturday when we were in my first video. It was much less of a mob scene than it was on Saturday. And it was really nuts. Like really, really nuts. And it's just like the Space Needle. It's typical. It's a signature of Seattle. And so it's kind of understandable why it becomes like a mob scene. And as you can see the sign there, Lowell's, one of my top 2 favorite restaurants here in Seattle. I adore it there. It's a great place to go. Their first and third floors have Elliott Bay views. This is water view, cocktails and water views. So yes, there is always, regardless of what day you come, there is always a line here. Always. Regardless of the day you come, you will always find a line. I eat here at Lowell's all the time. I also eat down there at the Athenian place. They're both great. Lowell's is the best. And it's worth it. It's one of the few places in any city that's worth the time you'll spend online. Now, the line isn't bad. There's not really a line here. The line isn't bad. I'm going to see if I can step forward. So, there's a tip it lower. There's a shot inside. If I can get inside. Give you a shot inside Lowell's. A great place. I would definitely go there. Um, Meat company down that way. There is a city Target going out by the fish company. If you go that way, out the fish company, there is a Target, a city Target out that way, and the Flying Fish Company is farther down this way. Go up the stairs. That goes up to the third floor in Lowell's. And yes, they've earned it. Gave them a huge shout out, so hopefully you all heard that. Hopefully you all have seen the huge shout out. This is the walk through the market, and hopefully this is some of the things you'll see, and what kind of things you'll see when you go through the market. It's just like I said, it's 118 years old, and the history. It's just fun to be here. It's just feeling the history and being around the history. It's a great place. It's a great place to be. You just feel the history. You feel you feel a little bit of what Seattle was like. And as I told someone else who's watched the video, Lori, I told her that one of the places you should go to see old-fashioned and good old-fashioned Seattle was go to Pioneer Square, the underground tour at Pioneer Square, and you get to see what Seattle was like around 1889 before the Great Fire, and you get to see what storefronts and stuff like that, what it looked like before the fire attacked the Seattle and burnt all those places down. And you go underground. And it's just really cool. I've done it. It's a lot of fun. I would heavily... hopefully you can see in the background. There's the city Target. And here, where it says the Sound View Cafe, behind that is the Flying Fish. I say flying fish because they throw the fish. So this is just a classic place. So sorry for people who have weak stomachs or who are not a huge fan of seafoods. You'll see things that may make your stomach go, ooh. But the Seattle Flying Fish Company. It's called the Flying Fish Company, but it's the Pike Place Fish Market. So I don't know if I can get around because there's so many people standing in front of me. So I'm sorry if I can't get around here. But this is the Pike Place Fish Market. You can see the sign from the shirts and them throwing the fish. They throw it from where that gentleman is standing right there across to the center area, and they throw it back and they put it on ice and they wrap it up and have you take it home, and it's typical. It's one of those things that's typical of Seattle. One of those things that's I don't want to say that it's a must do, although people would kind of laugh at me if I said it that way. It's a great thing. My foot is on a wall, so I apologize for that. But this is a great place to see, great place to be. And those are not icons. Those are not like plastic things or models or anything. Those are real fish that's on the ice there. And someone in front of me that might back into my hand. Sure, those are a real fish. And hopefully they'll do it. I don't know that they will. But hopefully... And you can see why he's wearing the... Yep. That's a good thing you got to see him do that. Tug on that fish there. So this is all... Because that was funny. There's ice that he's shoveling. He's putting ice, as you can see. It's great. Hopefully, I don't know that they will, and I don't want them to do it, especially for me. If they do, great. But I don't want them to do it, especially for me. But it's all. Yeah, it's all great. This is a great place to be. And one of the places that waterfront viewpoint down here, you can come down that way. There's, I would go down there, but those stairs, those stairs are not shallow. Those stairs are steep, and they're kind of tough. So I'd have a hard time focusing on the phone that I'm holding. I'd have a hard time focusing on that and walking up and down those stairs. So that would be that would be kind of tricky to do. So there's people over there taking pictures. This is an icon of Seattle, a typical icon of Seattle. Just life at the market. It's great here. What am I at the pig? There's the pig there. You can put your change or whatever you desire in the pig. And it goes to, whoops, someone just stepped in front of me and wasn't looking. See, this is what I mean by people not paying attention to walking. Not only do people not pay attention when they're driving, they don't pay attention when they're walking. So, I'll give you a shot at the sign up there for the pig. So, yeah, it's tough. Not only, see, I'm conscious. I don't want to step in front of the guy's camera. Other people are not conscious, and they don't look, and they just step right in front of. I'm going to cough, so I apologize. I'm going to pull the mic away from my mouth. Yeah, I'm cautious where I don't want to step in front of other people's cameras. But other people are not cautious, and they step in front of mine. So it's yep. It's just odd. It's just odd. This is what I can make out and what I can get of the market so far. Showing you kind of what I can show you, or what I can. Please throw a fish. Like I said, those are not plastic models, or those are real fish. And I saw something that said, "Oh, there's fresh." Someone was just cautious of walking in front of the camera. That's one person. So, all sorts of things. And those guys over there at that simply the best the produce place, those guys over there have got to be a little worried that they're right across the street across the walkway from the famous market. So someone's in front of me, and every step I make is the same step she makes. So I can't get a zoomed in shot. So I can't. So there we go. Like I said, that's not a plastic model. That's an octopus. And those are fish. Those are real fish. I like that these guys have fun and that they play with whatever they're doing and they enjoy it. Now, underneath the counter there, those are filleted, and those are filleted fish. You can get whatever you want fish wise from like Fred Meyer out here, or from grocery stores. You can get that out here. You can get that from restaurants down that way. down that way. You can get that you can get it from Lowell's, from other places, and it's Lowell's has amazing fish. It's why I like it so much. You can get that, and you get great. I mean, some of the best tasting stuff. You get great stuff. I guarantee it. With everything I am, I guarantee it. But this is actual. I mean, this is real stuff. I don't know that they catch it. I don't know if they catch it maybe out in the ocean, out in the Pacific, a little farther out, or I don't think that they catch it out there, out in Elliott Bay out there. I don't think the music blasting behind me is blasting his music, so he just heard that other people were recording, and I think he lowered it a little bit. I think. I doubt it, but I think he lowered it a little bit. So this is, like I said, welcome to my favorite city. This is one of my favorite cities. The other two are New York and Las Vegas. And I have wondered how much are those apartments? Probably a small fortune. Because given that you're right above, first of all, you're right above a Target, so it's got to make shopping pretty easy. But you're right across from Elliott Bay, down that way. And the things you see and the views you get is just probably unmentionable. So that's got to be, like, you can't even fathom that. But it's great. I can't even imagine what those apartments would be. A small fortune, like not only your education, what you paid for your education, but your kids' education and your kids' education. So that's probably what those would cost. And what you will encounter in any city, not just Seattle, because Seattle is one of the places where you will guarantee it, where you will catch it. People not paying attention, like I have said several times, people not paying attention. Not only not paying attention while they're walking, not paying attention while they're driving. That's not only will you encounter that in any city, you will encounter that here. So that will happen here. And some more shots of the market there, around the corner there. Oh, I can't. Sorry, I don't have a hand. Sorry. That salmon. No, he was just offering salmon, king salmon. I don't like salmon. I don't like the taste of salmon, so I don't eat salmon. I don't like it. So, a couple of restaurants over here. When I was last out here on Saturday with my folks, we went down that way. Market office is down there. You go up that way. A lot of other places up that way. And I'm wondering, when I go to upload this to YouTube, how long it's going to take, because the one I did yesterday was 20 minutes, and that took a while. So I am slightly curious as to what this will upload. And I don't know where it is, because I wanted to ask my friends, my dear friends, where it is. The Seattle Pride Parade, because I've been, and dang, that stuff is fun. Those people know how to party. We didn't. My folks and I didn't go that way. We went that way. Screen just went dark again. Sorry. My folks and I went that way. Sorry. So this is all the market. All fun stuff. This is great. And hopefully, if you get a chance to visit, come here. Like I said, 118 years old, come here. You will not be upset or disappointed in the slightest. Great place to visit. And my earbud just fell out of my ear. Sorry, everyone. The microphone is on my earbud, and my earbud fell out of my ear. So I kind of had to pause for a second there to try and grab it and to try and put it back in. because I know the second I stop recording, I'm going to want to hear it, going to want to hear something. I don't edit because I don't believe in editing. I don't like editing. It takes too long. So this is what was happening. This is life as it was like at the time I recorded it. So this is what I've seen. This is what I've gotten of the market. And down that way, out that window there, down that way, is the first Starbucks. The very first one. So thank you guys all for tuning in.